Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the weight of everyone's emotions? Like you were suddenly carrying their stress and anxiety, even their excitement?
Yeah,
Turns out this isn't just a feeling, right?
right.
We're diving into a fascinating meditation technique that's described by Osho, a spiritual teacher who was known for his insights on meditation and personal transformation.
Yeah.
He called it creating a protective aura.
Oh,
And you can think of it as an energetic shield that helps prevent those outside vibes from impacting you.
what's fascinating here is that Osho observed that people are constantly broadcasting their energy, often without even realizing it,
Hmm,
through these subtle vibrations.
interesting.
It's like an invisible exchange of emotions happening all the time.
So you're saying that I could be picking up on someone's bad mood without even knowing it?
Exactly.
That explains a lot about my last trip on the subway.
You walk into a room and you might unconsciously pick up on someone's stress, anxiety, even excitement.
Yeah.
And for those of you who meditate regularly, this becomes even more pronounced.
Wait, so you're saying that meditating could make me more susceptible to these energy vampire?
That's right. That's right.
Oh no.
By calming the mind and becoming more present, we also become more sensitive to the energetic world around us. This can be incredibly beneficial in the right environment,
Yeah.
but it also leaves us more vulnerable to picking up on negativity.
I see.
Osho actually describes these people who drain others emotionally as energy vampires
Really?
because they seem to drain your energy without even realizing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we need to learn how to deal with these energy vampires, especially if we're meditating?
Yeah.
What did Osho suggest?
Osho describes a simple visualization practice,
Okay.
a way to consciously build that protective aura.
Okay.
You imagine a 6-inch aura surrounding your body like a shield, deflecting those negative energies. You do this visualization for a few minutes before sleep and upon waking, and even quick refreshers throughout the day, whenever you feel the need.
So I'm picturing this aura as a literal bubble around me, like a force field deflecting all the bad vibes.
Yeah.
Is that accurate, or is there a more nuanced way to visualize it?
That's a great starting point.
Yeah.
But the beauty of this technique is that you can personalize it.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong way to visualize your aura.
Mm.
Some people see it as a bubble of light, others as a shield of armor.
Yeah.
Some even imagine it as a specific color or texture.
Okay.
What matters most is the intention and the feeling behind the visualization.
This is making me think about all those times I felt drained after being around certain people. You know, those people who leave you feeling completely exhausted after interacting with them.
Yeah,
What if they were unconsciously draining my energy this whole time?
it's certainly possible.
And building this aura could help protect us from those energy drains.
We all have people in our lives who might be energy vampires, whether they realize it or not.
Mm.
And you're right, building this aura can help protect you from those energy drains.
Right.
It's not about blocking people out entirely,
Yeah.
but rather creating a healthy boundary so that you're not constantly absorbing your energy.
Right.
You can still interact with them, but from a place of greater strength and awareness.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for this visualization practice to work?
Hmm.
And what kind of benefits can I expect?
This isn't a quick fix.
Right.
It's about consistently training your awareness and intention to create this energetic boundary.
Okay.
Osho suggests it can take anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months to really start feeling the effects.
Wow, that's a while.
But stick with it because the payoff is significant. Imagine walking through life feeling less burdened by the emotions of others.
Yeah.
Imagine feeling calmer in chaotic situations, less reactive to negativity, and more in control of your own emotional state.
So by consistently practicing this technique, I could find myself feeling less drained in social situations.
Right.
More focused during meditation.
Yeah.
And less reactive to everyday stressors.
Yes.
That's a pretty powerful outcome for a few minutes of visualization each day, right?
That's the potential here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about feeling better.
Okay.
This practice can also lead to greater self-awareness. By becoming more attuned to your own energy, you'll start to notice patterns in how you interact with others.
Okay.
And how their energy impacts you.
This all sounds amazing, but I have to play devil's advocate here.
Sure.
How do we know this aura thing isn't just a placebo effect?
Right.
We're visualizing something and then we feel better.
Right.
Is it really changing our energy field, or is it just the power of suggestion?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
really gets to the heart of how our minds and bodies interact.
Mm.
While auras aren't something we can measure with scientific instruments,
Right.
the concept aligns with what we know about energy fields and the power of visualization.
Mm.
Every living being emits an electromagnetic field.
Mm.
This is measurable, it's science.
Yeah.
Now, some believe that our thoughts and emotions can actually influence this field,
Mm.
making it stronger or weaker, more positive or negative.
Interesting.
So when we talk about an aura, we're talking about this energy field that surrounds us.
Right.
And the visualization techniques are a way to consciously influence it.
So it's like building a mental muscle, but for energy.
Exactly.
Okay. And by repeatedly visualizing this protective shield,
Yeah.
we're essentially training our subconscious mind to strengthen our energetic boundary.
That's right.
And this can have a real impact on how we interact with the world and how susceptible we are to outside influences.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
And like any muscle, it takes time and effort to develop.
Yeah.
But with consistent practice, it can become a powerful tool for self-care and resilience.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about how this visualization practice works and some of the potential benefits, but what about the challenges?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any downsides to building a strong aura?
That's an important question.
Yeah.
Like any powerful tool, it's important to use this technique wisely. One potential challenge is that if we're not careful, we can start to isolate ourselves from others.
I see what you mean.
Right.
If I'm constantly focused on deflecting negativity, I might miss out on genuine connections or opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
It's like I'm building walls instead of bridges.
That's a great analogy. The key is to find that balance between protecting your energy
Right.
and staying open to the world.
Yeah.
It's not about shutting down
Right.
or becoming insensitive to the emotions of others.
Okay.
It's about developing a discerning awareness so that you can choose how you respond rather than being swept away by the energetic tides.
Ah, okay. So it's not about becoming an emotionless robot.
Right.
It's about learning to manage the flow of energy,
Yeah.
like a gatekeeper to our own inner sanctuary.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Oh, thank you.
Think of it like this. When you have a strong aura, you're not blocking out all emotions. You're simply creating a filter that allows the positive energy to flow in while deflecting the negative.
That makes sense.
Right.
So instead of feeling overwhelmed by everyone else's stuff, I can choose to focus on my own energy and what I want to bring into my space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that can be incredibly empowering. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, you become the architect of your own energetic reality.
Now I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
Osho mentions that this aura can actually become visible to some people.
Sure.
Is that something we should be striving for, or is it more about the internal feeling of protection?
That's where things get really interesting.
Mm,
While the idea of a visible aura might sound a bit out there,
right.
there are actually some studies suggesting that people can perceive subtle changes in the energy fields around others.
Really?
Whether we consciously see it as a color or light is debatable,
Mm.
but the point is that our energy does have an impact on others.
Wait, so you're saying that even if I can't see my aura, other people might be sensing it?
Right.
That's kind of wild.
It is pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like we're all emitting these invisible signals that influence how we perceive and interact with each other.
Mm.
Think about a time when you felt instantly at ease with someone.
Hmm.
Maybe they had a calming presence that made you feel safe.
Yeah.
That could be their positive aura you were picking up on.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, if someone's projecting negativity,
Right.
others might be picking up on that as well, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
their bad vibes are contagious.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
And that's why this practice is so valuable.
Right.
By consciously cultivating a positive and protective aura, we're not only benefiting ourselves, but we're also contributing to a more harmonious, energetic environment for everyone around us.
So it's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
By taking care of our own energy, we're actually helping to raise the vibration of the collective. That's a pretty inspiring thought.
It is the beautiful concept.
Mm.
It suggests that by focusing on our own inner work, we
Right.
can have a positive impact on the world around us.
I'm really starting to see how powerful this could be.
Yeah.
It's not just about dealing with those energy vampires.
All right.
It's about navigating everyday life in general.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a tool that can benefit everyone regardless of their spiritual beliefs or meditation experience.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
We've explored the concept of energetic exchange, the vulnerability that can come with meditation, and this powerful technique for building a protective aura.
Hmm.
We've also touched on some of the potential benefits and challenges,
Right.
but I'm wondering, how can we apply this to our daily lives?
Yeah.
What are some practical tips for strengthening our aura and maintaining that energetic balance? So how can we practically apply this concept of building a protective aura in our everyday lives?
That's a great question. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are actually several simple yet effective techniques that you can incorporate into your daily routine.
Okay.
It starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel around different people and in various environments.
Yeah.
Notice if your energy levels spike or dip in certain situations.
Right.
This will give you clues about where you might be more susceptible to outside influences.
So it's like becoming an energy detective, tracking my own energy levels and noticing what drains me and what energizes me.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What else can I do?
Once you're more aware, you can start setting energetic boundaries.
Okay.
This can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before entering a crowded space,
Right.
or visualizing that protective aura around you.
You know, I've actually tried that visualization technique before, picturing a bubble of light surrounding me.
Yeah.
It felt kind of silly at first, but I have to admit, it did seem to help.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's not about being perfect or doing exactly right.
Yeah.
It's about finding what works for you and making it your own.
Okay.
You can experiment with different colors, textures, even sounds, if that helps strengthen your visualization.
Yeah. So I could imagine my aura as a shimmering, rainbow-colored force field if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or you could imagine it as a suit of armor, a waterfall of light,
Right.
anything that resonates with you and makes you feel strong and protected.
That's really helpful. It
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
the pressure off and makes it feel more accessible.
Yeah.
Are there any other practices we can incorporate?
Another powerful technique is grounding.
Hmm.
This involves connecting with the Earth's energy, which can help stabilize and recharge your own energy field.
Okay.
You can do this by walking barefoot on the grass, spending time in nature,
Right.
or simply visualizing roots growing down from your feet into the earth.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like plugging into a universal power source.
Exactly.
So we've got awareness, setting boundaries, visualization, grounding.
Right.
What else should we keep in mind as we're working with this concept of a protective aura?
Remember that it's an ongoing practice, not a destination.
Okay.
Just like physical fitness, maintaining a strong aura requires consistent effort. There will be days when you feel more vulnerable
Yeah.
and days when you feel incredibly strong.
Right.
The key is to keep practicing, keep refining your techniques, and keep trusting your intuition.
This has been such an enlightening deep dive. I'm feeling inspired to start paying more attention to my own energy and to incorporate these practices into my daily life.
That's wonderful to hear. And remember,
Yeah.
you have the power to create your own energetic reality.
Mm.
By consciously cultivating a positive and protective aura, you're not only taking care of yourself, but you're also contributing to a more harmonious world.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Osho's concept of the protective aura, remember, dear listener, you have the power to create your own energetic shield.
Yes.
What would it feel like to move through the world with a sense of unwavering confidence and peace, knowing that you are protected and empowered? And if you were to try this technique, what color would you choose for your protective aura?